YouTube, welcome back to another video, bro. On my previous video, I got this comment right here asking for a PYREX WHIPPA tutorial, so we're gonna do today. But before we get into that, bro, for the past week, I've been working on my room, working on my setup, so if I want to see a setup tour, man, just let me know in the comments. I'm more than down to do one. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I made this beat a good minute ago, but I figured it would fit the purpose of this video perfectly. So with these kind of beats, bro, you really want to go for like the slow BPMs, like 110, 120, stuff like that. So I'll put mine on 111 right here, and I started out in C minor. For the first VST, you open up Keyscape. I got the LA Custom C7 Cinematic, and I turned off the reverb right here, since I want to add my own reverb later on. And also started the melody out in third step right here. So I'm gonna just play what I laid down first. So making this melody, I started out with a basic foundation, just getting a basic bounce going right here, using these notes. Also for the root notes, I started out on C right here. After every 2 bars, just repeats itself. And then after every 4 bars at the end right here, I made it go up to D sharp right here, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. And then I just copied and pasted that over. Also copied the root notes over and just pitched them down an octave, just to add some low end to the piano. And like I said, I started out with this basic rhythm right here. Then I switched it up right here. What I did at the end right here, instead of this going up to G, I pitched it down, and instead of this note being on G once again, I pitched that down to D sharp to match with the root note. And to make it sound more full, I added the G right here also. Then I just copy pasted that over and added some notes up top right here. And these notes right here kind of serve as a counter melody to kind of add some high frequencies to it, kind of add some more bounce to it. So I just added these little intervals right here and right here, pretty much the same stuff, but added these 2 notes at the end to kind of switch it up. Stuff like that. And like I said, I used the third beat for that. Then I just copied that straight over right here, the second part, but I added these little top notes to kind of add some ear candy to it. Basically just one interval right here, which repeats itself with the same notes that I added here. So for the effects on that piano, started out with the basic EQ right here, just cutting some of the low mids out. Next I opened up RC20 right here, used the final 1 preset, and also added some vintage reverb to it, used these settings right here. And yeah, that's basically it for the piano. So next I wanted to add some low end to the melody, so I went into Contact right here, used the Rickenbacker bass, used the Neck Pure DI preset right here. And basically I just followed the root notes right here. We got C, and then goes up to D sharp right here. And as you can see, I pitched the first C up an octave right here, so it doesn't sound as repetitive. And also I added these little triplet rolls right here, just go up in velocity, just kind of spice it up. With the piano, it sounds like this. For the effects on the bass, I really only added an EQ right here, just boosting some of the lows, boosting some of the mids, just making the signal sound a lot more clear. So and that's it for the effects. After I had that laid down, opened up Expand, used the Celeste preset right here, stock preset, turned off the reverb on it and the delay. And I wanted to add a little melody to kind of complement the piano a little bit. So what I did is I copied these top notes right here, the counter melody that I laid down before, and I just copied it straight over to the Celeste right here. So it really complements the piano. And with the bass and the piano, it sounds like this. With that and the Celeste, those 2 melodies sound a lot more full together. Just kind of complements it perfectly. But effects on the Celeste, start out with the EQ, cutting some of the lows out right here, also cutting some of the mids out, once again to kind of clean it up a little bit. Then I put a delay on it, used these settings right here. Once again, used the Valhalla Vintage Reverb, I believe the same preset as I used before. And after the delay and the reverb right here, once again open up an EQ to once again clean it up. Since we're working at such a low BPM, there's still a lot of space in the melody, so I wanted to add like 1 or 2 more things. First thing I added right here is another instance of Contact, used essential saxophone. And as you can see right here, there's like a gap in the melody. There are no root notes playing, so I added like 2 notes there to kind of complement the piano and the Celeste we laid down before. So basically laid these 2 notes down, as I said before, and just copied it straight over, but added 1 more note to kind of spice it up at the second part. So with the piano, the Celeste, and the bass, it sounds like this. spices up right here. And that really adds on to the melody since it's like tucked in the back a little bit. But effects on that, once again, cut some of the lows out with the EQ. Then I opened up a shaper box right here and I panned it out from left to right using the pan preset. And the reason why I added this panning to it is that way it sounds a lot more tucked in the back like it did before. And I didn't add no reverb to it because the VST by itself, the preset had a lot of reverb to it by itself already. Lastly, I just wanted to add one more thing. So I went to arcade right here, went into the together bank, turned all these knobs down right here. Basically just laid down one note to kind of complement the melody a little bit. So with the piano, the Celeste and the bass, it sounds like this. That's pretty much it for the melody. I only used 5 sounds, but I just layered them well together. And after that, I just rendered every single like pattern out and I structured it as a loop. So let's get into the drums. So we're in a new project right now. For the structuring, I basically got the piano playing throughout the whole beat. On the intro right here, I added the Celeste and the vocal chop. Then for the hook, on the first part, you just got the vocal chop. And on the second part of the hook, you got the Celeste and the vocal chop. Of course, the piano. Then we got a 16-bar verse right here. Basically starts out with only the piano, and then later on I just added the saxophone at the last part of the verse. Then I added a little bridge right here with the piano, the Celeste, the vocal chop, and the bass we added before. Then we got a 16-bar hook again, the same as we had before. For the outro right here, basically just copied over the first part of the hook and used it as an outro. Like always, bro, all the drum sounds I used for this beat came from my rookie season drum kit. So if you like the sounds that I used, make sure to check it out. First link in the description. Go get the kit. We'll start out with the basic 2-step hi-hat right here and a basic snare, but I kind of spiced the hi-hats up a little bit. So I'm gonna play what that sounds like. So basically what I did is I just started out with the 2-step, but added 1 roll on every 2 bars right here and just copied that straight over. Next, on the second part of the first 4 bars, lowered this note to kind of accent the note into this roll right here. So instead of this, sounds like this. And it's just a little accent note that kind of lets you know that the roll is coming up. And then I just added this note right here and a 3rd step roll. That one pans out to the right. Then I just copied that straight over and made that one pan out to the left. And stuff like that really spices up your drums, makes it sound a lot better, makes it sound a lot more spacious. So pan out your drums, bro. Then I just copied that straight over, but I made these last hi-hat notes follow the 808, which I'm gonna get into later. Once again, I added these 2 notes right here, but took out this roll and kind of made the hi-hats go down right here. Kind of made them fade out. And the way you create that effect is you go to the hi-hat right here, you open up the envelope, you put it into this box shape right here. And that way when the note stops, the sound also stops. So that way you can create rolls like these and not having them like bleed all over each other, making them sound muddy. And then lastly for the roll right here, I just kind of made these pan out from left to right and also made the roll fade out from left to right. Like I said, I made the last hi-hats follow the 808 pattern. So I'm gonna play the 808 pattern first. The way I laid this down is I started out just by following the root notes right here, creating a basic bounce on C, once again on C right here. But instead of D sharp, I pitched it up to G. I don't know why, but it sounded good. And just copied that straight over, but added this little roll at the end right here, and also pitched this this note right here up an octave. And lastly, just added this little roll at the end to make it sound more unique. And once again, made it go up to G right here. And lastly, like I said, these notes right here, just copied them over into the hi-hat, so it kind of matches a little bit better. So after that, I just added the open hat to it right here. Basically hits 2 times on every like 2 bars, which sounds like this. And lastly, probably one of the most important things when making these type of beats, the snare rolls and the snares right here. So I'm gonna play it first and then I'm gonna try my best to deconstruct it. So basically I'd start out with this little note right here. added this roll at the end, then I copied that straight over, so you got the same note right here, but at the end kind of switched the roll up a little bit, made it go down in velocity, also panned it out from left to right. There you got the same note right here, also the same notes at the end right here, but I added this little roll top. There you got the same snare right here once again. So basically on every like 2 bars, the snare comes in after like the first little step, and then at the end, of course, you got the roll that follows the hi-hats and the 808s. So basically I start out with these 3 notes right here, which match with the 808 to kind of let you know that a roll is coming. Then for the second part of the roll right here, kind of pitched it down a little bit, started out in high notes, kind of made it go down in pitch. With this high roll right here, kind of made it go up in velocity, made this this roll right here go down a little bit, and these notes right here basically just follow the bounce of the 808, so it's no rocket science. And then lastly, just panned these 2 out. Then when I had all of that laid down, basically just added one more perk to it, which hits once on every 4 bars right here, on the end of every 2 bars right here, which sounds like this. Now, like I said, it repeats itself right here. Basically just some ear candy, just a little accent I added to it. And then lastly, I just added these risers and transitions from my drum kit. Alright, so that's how I make PYREX WHIPPA beats from scratch. So I want to thank y'all for watching, bro, like always. I want to thank y'all for 5.5k. It's crazy. The support I've been getting lately is insane. I want to thank you guys for that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, bro. Follow me on Instagram. Join my Discord, stuff like that. It's all linked in the description. Make sure to check out my drum kit. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video, bro. Y'all stay safe.